the other day, I'm at work, and as some of you know, if you've watched my other videos, I work with folks who have autism and other disabilities. And so I'm talking to one of my individuals the other day, a young lady, and she says to me, Christine, I've been watching Dracula on Tubi. And I was like, oh, like, you know, the movie? She's like, no, it's a show. And it has Jonathan Rhys Meyers in it. And I was just like, say what? Like, say what? There is a show out there where Jonathan Rhys Meyers is like a sexy vampire, and I don't know about it. And then we talked about Jonathan Rhys Meyers for a few minutes and about, you know, how attractive he is and how we both enjoyed him in The Tudors, which I still love that show. I'll rewatch that show every now and then. And he just, a brilliant performance in that. Such a good actor. Really takes on the character just so well. So there is indeed a show from 2013 where Jonathan Rhys Meyers played Dracula. It only had one season, apparently. So with it being October, I figured, you know what? This is a great time to check out a vampire show. I don't know if we're necessarily going to, you know, react to the whole thing on here. If people are interested in that, I will gladly consider if people are actually really interested in me reacting to this whole show. But I thought we would at least check out the first episode and just kind of see what it is and see what it's about and see if it looks like it's any good. I mean, sure, Jonathan Rhys Meyers is great to, like, look at for, you know, an hour or whatever, but if the show's no good, you know, it's still not worth it. I can just go watch The Tudors in that case. So, yeah, strap on your elf ears, pop in your elf eyes, and let's give this show a go, shall we? Okay, we're just going to start right into it. Oh, there he is. Is that Jonathan Rhys Meyers? As a sexy vampire, but like before he's sexy, because he looks very dead right now, if so. Also, I'm curious if this is like more of a period. Okay, I was about to say, is this more of a, this is set, well, duh, it's Dracula, but they could have done a more modern version, which I was curious about. So this is definitely more traditional time period Dracula. Romania, 1881. Y'all getting into stuff you shouldn't be getting into. But we're here for it, because otherwise we wouldn't have this whole series if they didn't get into it, so. Do they know they're digging up a vampire? Because I feel like if you see a guy that has teeth like that, you just leave him there. Like, for real. He looks like a corpse, though. Is this a vampire that's, like, been burned up? Like, can he be brought back? I don't know, honestly, loads about traditional vampires and how they work. You know, more like Dracula era type of vampires. So, if anyone has, like, any details on that, feel free to say down in the comments.
After all,
that's cool.
These long years.
Whoa, whoa, that's dark. But I like the coffin that he's in. It's like telling us some kind of story. See, that's the thing. Like, Dracula vampires were definitely like the evil, more like, you know, that was the era where vampires were like, you know, kind of like really evil and like of the devil or things like that. As opposed to now where you have like Twilight and other things that have come up with some different concepts. But yeah, that is quite the picture. What is the purpose of this? Oh, is there another body in that part? What are we looking for, guys? This just feels like a bad idea on so many levels. Yeah, there's another person in there.
Must be.
Oh yeah, I think I have seen before where like the vampires kind of like dry up. Kind of corpse-like. I wonder if they feed it some blood, if that's how it would like be more, if he would be more revived in that regard.
We're rich.
Ooh. Rich vampire. Well, I think Dracula was well-to-do, so. Is that stone? Oh, that's not even the body, duh. That was just like the stone, yeah, representation on top. Is it? Is that a skeleton? Oh, shit. Well, you're not getting any treasure, so. Oh, this guy had this planned all along. You know he did.
The blood.
Okay, yeah, so okay. The thing on top is stone. That's his body. You might want to get the heck out of there because he's about to come to life real fast. That's so interesting. I wonder, like, do they just shrivel up, like, if they just don't get any blood? I guess they just kind of gradually turn into this old, shriveled, you know, kind of dead, for lack of better words, he's already dead, type of form. That's really interesting how they kind of like never actually die, except I guess like if you stake them through the heart, if you burn them. I don't know honestly the exact lore about traditional vampires, so that's interesting. Oh, that's so fast. Oh, this girl. You know what? I kind of hope. Yeah, there he is. I kind of hope that he does eat this guy for like killing the other guy and like betraying him. So his teeth are so big. Ah. Oh, is this a flashback or is this a flash forward? He's got a scar there. Okay.
Photographed upon entry.
He looks freaking sharp. Also, damn, I should have paid better attention to the dates. Okay, so 1986, London, 1986. We were in Romania. I think this is after the fact, right? Romania, 1881. So yeah, this is... Okay, so this is 81, 91. So it's about 15 years after the beginning since he's been back. He looks freaking sharp. I also think that he just looks really... I mean, he's really sharp in the Tudors, too. I think that these kind of more period pieces just suit him really well.
On entry, as arranged.
I love him. I don't know his names. I'm really bad at knowing any actors' names. Like, I obviously know Jonathan Rhys Meyers, but I actually don't know a lot of actor names. But I recognize him from Cinderella 2015, which is absolutely my favorite Disney remake. And in my opinion, the only really good Disney remake for the emotion, the music, the characters, the casting, a million reasons. But that literally could be a whole video in and of itself, me talking about that. So we will not let me get on that tangent. But I get really excited when I recognize people, even if I don't know their names. So I'm glad he's in here.
And the prototype. Ready for the demonstration as scheduled. It is, sir.
You got an experiment going on?
As scheduled. Very good, sir.
Okay, so did he get resurrected? I mean, it says we're in London, but he's trying to pass for American, maybe? Interesting.
I'm Alexander Grayson.
Oh, I like that. I like that. That's a good name. Nice. Oh, I'm instantly getting Phantom of the Opera vibes. Oh, man. You guys are going to know me long enough to know that I love me some Phantom of the Opera. I love just, like, the gothic romance or the gothic type of tales, and I'm just getting that heavy vibe right now, so... I feel like these dresses aren't fully within the time period, but I honestly kind of like hers with, like, the white and then the red, kind of almost makes you think of like blood dripping down. So maybe symbolic.
Lucy, we're only having a bit of fun.
I knew that was Lucy. I knew that was Lucy. I know the character Lucy. I know enough about Dracula to recognize. I was like, that has to be Lucy. She reminds me a little bit of Keira Knightley. I know it's not her, but just like a little bit. So
you're not cross with me, are you? I'm simply devastated.
Of course not. You're far too charming.
I am, aren't I?
With me or a pickled toad?
The toad. Because at least there's a chance my kiss might turn him into a prince.
Oh.
Wow.
Is this a really major burn, or were y'all being playful? Anyway, does this thing have... It does. I like to watch things with subtitles, just because sometimes you miss things, and I don't like to miss anything. So let's try that, shall we? Okay, so he must be like, kind of... This is like his debut as like a... I don't know how rich people do this. It is my pleasure. But... Oh, she be smitten? Does he know her, or is she just smitten? Oh, they definitely know each other. But that begs the question. So he has been returned for 15 years. Did he know her within those 15 years, or did he know her from before, and she's like secretly a vampire or something? Stop looking, sweetheart. He's too obvious.
I want to know everything about her.
Does he not know her? Was he just imagining that? Or was that a flashback?
Very dear friend, Herr Kruger.
She looks like potential trouble. Okay.
Isn't I?
She like, does he not want to be in here? Is he trying to go home? Is he like clicking his heels together like Dorothy? What's going on?
Mr. Grayson, the British Imperial Company is in the business of selling our products to British industry.
Y'all don't know this, but you guys don't want to make him angry. Also, I like that he's just really good at playing a really intelligent, clever character. So I like seeing him in those roles.
He's an inveterate gambler. Not a terribly good one, from what I gather.
Oh, interesting that this guy's the one that comes over to help him. I wonder if he's like trying to be genuinely helpful, or if he's just trying to like feel him out, since like, you know, his girls are kind of interested. So.
And this is my most lovely friend, Miss Mina Murray.
I think he knows. Yeah, Mina, that checks out.
We've met? Yes. I was thinking the same thing.
Hey, y'all just do this right in front of poor Jonathan. She's a doctor. That's interesting for this time period. Not that there weren't any female doctors, but So
He would like you to come by tomorrow for an interview.
Of course I'd be interested.
There's so much intrigue. Is he gonna invite him? Would he like attack right away? Is he just want to get more information on him? He's obviously curious about this guy since he is into Mina for whatever reasons. I think that was a flashback. I think he does have some memory of her, but she doesn't seem to have memory of him currently. So, but those memories did have to be from like farther back. I feel like he had like a different hairstyle.
To demonstrate a way out.
Even though I really liked his voice, is anybody else a little bit disappointed that we're not hearing that lovely British accent? Hopefully we will hear that later.
Out of the darkness.
She's just so obvious, which like maybe she can't help it, but it's so obvious that she's like intrigued.
What Thomas Edison dismissed as mere fantasy, I give to you tonight.
Is this like an alternate history where he's gonna invent electricity
Power.
or what?
Wireless.
Wireless power. Interesting. He's an inventor before his time.
What effect would it have on our petroleum interests?
Shattering, of course.
Nothing we...
Good, because y'all were snubbing him anyway, so... I want this to work, but also... there it is. Yeah, and she would be into that too, because she's a doctor, so she's, you know, more into science and things. I like that hers is the first that lit up. Also, that's like a really pretty shot with the lighting and everything. It's really... You know, if that was a photograph, that would be a really cool photograph. Hey. Oh, it's like at Christmas time when, like, if you guys, you know, if you guys happen to, any of you go to church and you like light all the candles to sing Silent Night or whatever, it's kind of what it makes me think of. Also, since I'm already getting Phantom vibes, I'm sorry, like, Mina just makes me think of Christine Daae. I know, like, she's probably gonna be a completely different kind of character, but I don't know, it makes me like the show more, so just roll with it. Yeah, that looks super cool. Not ads. I mean, I guess you can at least talk about how nice her green pantsuit is. I really like that. I would wear that. Green's my favorite color, so. FYI, if you've never been on Tubi, they have really long ad breaks. Hey, we're back. Oh no. Oh, we're gonna electrocute everybody. That sounds like a problem. If the coolant evaporates in your car, that's not a good thing. So. Ooh, that's a hot mess.
I trust our little demonstration was illuminating.
Hey, there it is. Author brain.
Lucy Westenra.
Westenra, love that name. There's a singer called Haley Westenra, whom I adore, who was always really good, but then she also joined Celtic Women, who I also love, so that just, you know, anyway, sorry, side note.
Ravishing.
I'm not sure what I've just witnessed.
The future, Miss Murray.
Yeah, he's your future.
The green-eyed monster rears his ugly head. Mr. Grayson's just being polite.
I swear her, like, expressions are so Keira Knightley to me. Like, I know it's not her, obviously, but, like, she just has those little kind of, like, smirks and things that Keira Knightley does.
Hey, Jane.
I'm sorry. Her name being Jane reminds me of the Tudors, since, like, Jane is, well, you know, King Henry VIII married several Janes, but it just kind of made me think of that show, so.
You know, there's a touch of the impresario about you,
I
Alexander.
love the gardens. I've been to England. England's the only place I've been overseas. In fact, it's the only place I've ever been on a plane to date. But the gardens were definitely one of my favorite things about England.
Your performance this evening was no less than operatic.
Although I'm certain it was meant quite the opposite.
Will you join me?
I've reserved my own box.
I feel you'd enjoy...
I just want to say, box 5 will be kept empty, but this is not the Phantom of the Opera, so I should not quote it. I was about to say that Alexander is a really attractive name for a villain character, in my opinion.
The performance so much more in mine.
No doubt.
What kind of performance are we talking about here, lady? I don't know if she just wants him or if she's after him for something else.
You are a fraud, sir.
Here's a jealous old man.
Never do business here.
That smile, though.
She's not going to wait forever.
Oh, you're supposed to be proposing?
If you don't ask her to marry you...
Is that she could do better?
Oh, Jonathan don't sell yourself short, dude. You seem like a good guy. Yeah, that's all I had to say about that. But yeah, we got some romantic intrigue already, guys.
What do you suppose?
Wonder if he's watching her somehow. Oh, are you the guy that said that, oh, you'll never do business here? Because if so, you might be about to be our first victim. You better get inside, bro.
The man was a pig.
So you tear the man to pieces. Perhaps we should mount a
Oh,
warning
so
sign.
whoever this guy is, which I don't know if I've caught his... I seriously haven't caught his name yet, but I'm kind of bad at that. But yeah, so he knows that he's a vampire, but he is on his side and working for him. I wonder if this guy's also a vampire, or if he is a human, and how these two met each other.
The front door.
I told you, that's always been the way with the Order of the Dragon.
So interesting that I wonder if he only takes out guys that he perceives as bad, or kind of like deserving of it, like a justice
Readily
type of thing.
identified by their overtly grotesque sense of entitlement. And the other one, Lord, what's his name?
Davenport.
Davenport.
I didn't catch their names either.
These
so.
two. Torture. That is the stock in trade of the Order of the Dragon. They asserted their will more directly, branding men and women heretics.
I was about to say, interesting. So the Order of the Dragon, like, maybe they went after vampires and witches and, like, falsely accusing people, because, you know, we had that whole time period, so interesting.
Burning them alive. Business, politics, and oil.
Are they still looking for vampires and witches, though?
They believe it will
They just
fuel the
want
next century.
power.
But from the moment we demonstrate the
So he's trying to break into the industry to kind of take the power away from these guys, whom he sees as corrupt because of all of their really corrupt past, and like he said, probably present dealings
ability
as well.
of geomagnetic technology. No more money.
I'm definitely intrigued already. I want to know what's going on with y'all's history here. You and Mina. Who are you, curly mustache man? Okay, so you must be like a vampire hunter. Oh, no, wait, that's the guy that he just killed, isn't it? Yeah, that is. So maybe he is a vampire hunter and he's trying to, like, figure out what's going on. Bro, what are we doing here? Is that his head? What are we doing with this man's head? I don't think you can, like, resell that. I don't think you can, you know, take that to the resale shop. Who are you people? Are you dragon people or are you somebody else? The music's still super intense. But this has been straight intrigue all the way through so far. Is it onion? What's with the onions? It always, maybe that helps, like, preserve, I guess.
He performed a full examination.
You know why?
Why? Could he come back as a vampire himself? Nah, because Dracula wouldn't, you know, well, I'm going to call him Alexander. I'm going to call him by the name that he's gone by so far. Alexander wouldn't want this guy to come back as a vampire because he didn't like him. But yeah, so that answers my question. The dragon folk, they probably don't deserve that kind of cool title. But the dragon folk are still trying to track down vampires, witches, maybe, things of that nature, so...
The signs, those absurd letters we wrote to the press. Huh. Jack the Ripper, indeed.
Okay, we're trying to use that to cover up.
Suggest?
Yeah, I don't think they have a suspicion yet of who the vampire is. So. I wonder if she was talking to Alexander because she had any was trying to get a feel for him, or she's just attracted to him. Right now, I think she's just attracted
If anyone
to him,
asks.
Professor Van Helsing.
Yes, Miss Murray?
Mr. Campbell was only pointing out to his colleague.
Please, have a seat.
Oh, because he's
like some
in
wine?
the sunlight. Okay. Man, he started sizzling fast, too. Yeah, I forgot. Again, traditional vampires, they can't be in the sunlight. Man, he started burning up fast. That's like... Ooh. I'm really curious what his agenda is here with Jonathan, though.
Europe speaks to me in a way no other place.
Okay. I like that we have two clever guys kind of, like, going at it here, so... I'm curious if they're going to end up kind of working together, which kind of seems to be what he's implying right now, that, you know, that Alexander's implying that he wants, but also just has he also brought him here largely because of Nina as well.
That man evolves. That is what I've come here to accomplish.
Is he just interested in being an inventor, all that? Obviously he's interested in taking down, like, these dragon folk and their corruption, but is he interested in, like, progressing vampirism at all?
The moment the scalpel pierces the epidermis, well, my hands begin to tremble, and no matter what I do,
Mina.
Interesting. I wonder if she has that issue with blood, which is, you know, going to be interesting considering this. Oh, I wonder if that even has to do with her backstory, her unknown history with Alexander, that she's not remembering.
I've always found that the heart never lies.
The heart can tell you some stupid things, but you know, I get what he's saying. Go with that intuition and whatnot. It is him. Well, this is kind of Phantom of the Opera, a little bit stalkerish going on. He's got a really intense look in his eyes, which also makes him like really good for this role, I feel. I wonder how often he has to feed. Is he about to get her? Yeah. So answer is he does not just kill people that he perceives to be corrupt and that he's like trying to do this justice vigilante type of thing. He also does have to feed more regularly than that. So, I called him a villain before. I feel like we do want to, I don't know, they're making me like already like where you want to root for him, but he's definitely doing, you know, shady vampire stuff as well. So.
Very generous looks and charisma.
Oh no, you're making Jonathan feel terribly insecure here.
Very impressive.
He's already
Then
insecure
you have something that he will never have. Me.
Me? Oh my goodness, that's a little, that comes across a little bit conceited. I'm feeling a little bit bad for Jonathan. Like I said, he seems like a really sweet, really good guy who genuinely cares about her. And I think that she definitely cares about him too, but, you know, this intrigue of Alexander and whatever weird history they have is probably going to get in the way of that. Okay, something has to happen here. If we're going with like a Phantom of the Opera vibe, hopefully it's not somebody like, you know, dying from the rafters, but some kind of drama. There he is. Yeah, like I said, I know he's gonna come just to look at her because that's a perfect view.
Much better
so
from back here.
if she knew he was there, I think that she's probably really good because like she snuck up on him. She's probably really good at being quiet and detecting people who are really quiet, just because of her, you know, her job as far as like I don't know if she directly vampire hunts, but you know because of the job that she's involved in. So are we gonna do this here? Oh, that's oh no. Can he control this? I mean, he just seemed pretty self-controlled, really.
Unquenchable.
Yeah, I didn't think he was just gonna kill her that fast because she feels like she's gonna be a pretty important character. So.
Anymore. Like, emotionally mature is kind of hot to you now. And 6 texts sent back.
That's true. That's true. I haven't been paying a lot of attention to these ads, but that's like the most accurate thing that they've said in these ads is that emotionally mature is actually really freaking sexy at this age. So.
You did like your experiences, relationships, they haven't...
Hey, it's Green Suit Girl again.
Why on earth would you sell out to him?
He purchased the paper on Clyde's gambling debts. Threat to sue.
Wouldn't you like to know why she sold out to him? Also, okay, so that's what he was doing. I didn't think he was trying to kill her. Like I said, I think she's going to play somewhat of a bigger role in this show. But yeah, he's just using her so that he could persuade her. So that makes sense.
Absolutely loathsome. The whole damn business.
Well, y'all are loathsome too, so, you know. You're next, buddy. Watch out. Oh, shit! Okay, we can have a battle on the rooftop. We can do that. This critter guy must have been chasing him for a while, so... Well, not any longer, I guess. Aww, funny mustache man.
Impale the hearts of many beasts. Before thine own was still.
If he's gonna, like, quote poetry in that accent, though, I mean, you know, it's okay if he kills like a few people, right?
I will destroy your order.
Yeah, I guess he was working for the dragons. Yeah, it seems like he feeds pretty often. I wonder if, like I said, if he has to, like, how often, like, he actually has to drink blood. Have we seen this chick yet? Can't tell who this is. Is this the lady that we just had at the opera?
It speaks. Save me from what?
Who is this vampire lady?
Oh, and the druid land.
Always need a drink after a good, long night's work. Is this? So that's Van Helsing, isn't it?
Like the Hydra. Cut off a head, they grow two to replace it.
Funny. That's not what happened to Sir Clive's head.
Don't be a fool.
Yeah, plot twist, next episode, like, he does come back with 2 heads.
For all... Because without me,
It'd still be rotting in that iron box.
Oh, he's the one who brought him back? Really? Really? Real plot twist. I wonder why he brought him back. Why is he working with him?
Slaughtered my entire family.
There it is.
Must not give in to our base instincts. And for these crimes, I will have my vengeance.
Was his wife Nina? Oh, yeah. Man, how'd she come back? Okay, wow, so that was me for the first time watching the first episode of Dracula, the show from 2013, starring Jonathan Rhys Meyers, and yeah, I'm really intrigued. I wonder if there's only one season of this show because it got canceled or because the story only needed one season. I could really see it going either way. You know, you could make the story into a shorter season, or you could really expand and do a lot with it. So a lot of intrigue already between characters. You have Dracula, you know, working with Jonathan, I think in a good way, although I feel like he's also going to probably, you know, try to get more information on him because of Mina. You have Dracula's history with Mina. She was his wife, so that begs the question of how is she back now? Is she somehow reincarnated? Was she a vampire and she doesn't remember? Because I guess it could make sense for him to be married to a vampire. So yeah, so let me know down in the comments if this is something that you'd be interested in me watching of more here on this channel. I'm certainly intrigued enough by it to definitely watch more and just watch that whole first season, since that is all of there is of the show anyway. But I definitely don't mind, you know, watching it with you guys if that's something that you're interested in watching me watch and react and give my thoughts and comments on. On that note, happy watching, and you know, I'll see y'all in my next video.